So in this video, we're going to talk about radical equations. So how to solve radical equations, step by step, how to solve. So step one in the Clark way is first isolate the radical. Okay, isolate the radical. So what do I mean? So if more than one, pick one and get it alone. Okay, isolate, get it alone. So first step, isolate the radical. So an example, how to isolate a radical. So say we have the problem square root 1 minus x and then minus 1 equals x. How do I isolate this radical right here? Well, I need to get it by itself. Well, to do that, I need to do the inverse of negative 1, which is plus 1. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides, and that gets me the square root 1 minus x equals x plus 1. That's step one, okay? So step one, isolate the radical, all right? If there's more than one radical, you just pick one of the radicals, get it by itself, and then that's what you do to isolate it. That's what this second piece here was saying. Step two. Okay, step two, raise both sides of the equation to a power that undoes, I say undo because I'm goofy, that undo the radical. Okay? So what do I mean by that? What power can I raise this square root of 1 minus x to get rid of that radical? I can raise that. Okay, so let me copy this down here. I can raise this to the square power to get rid of the radical. Now, if I square one side of it, square the other side. And when I do that, what does it get me? It gives me 1 minus x equals, well, when in doubt, write it out. This does not equal x squared plus 1, okay? I hate when I see that, so don't do that. Write it out. X plus 1 times x plus 1. You're going to have to FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. Okay, first, outer, inner, last. So this is 1 minus x equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay. Now, step 3. Step 3. If any radicals remain, then repeat steps 1 and 2 until only have polynomial equation. Okay? So look at this. What do we have here? It looks like I have a polynomial on the left and I have a polynomial on the right. So after step 1 and step 2, that first time through, we got rid of all the radicals. So we're good. We're good to go on this step, okay? So what does step 3 say to do? I'm sorry, step 4. Step 3 was kind of a waste of time if you walk through, there's only one radical, right? So step 4, solve equation and check solution with original equation. Okay, original equation. And then we discard extraneous solutions. Okay, so let's take what we have here. So I have 1 minus x equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. I want to add x to both sides, and I want to subtract 1 from both sides. So I get 0 equals x squared plus 3x, and then, oh, that just goes away, right? So plus 1 minus 1 just goes away. All right, now what I'm going to do is solve. Okay, it's two terms. First step in factoring is to use GCF. What's in common between these two? There's an x, so I can pull an x out. If I pull an x out, I have an x left and a 3 equal to 0. So I set each piece equal to 0. X equals 0 and x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay? And when I look at this, that's solved. And then x, if I subtract 3 from both sides, I get x equals negative 3. So those are my two options. Either x is 0 or x is negative 3. Okay? Now, what do I have to do? I have to check with the original. The original, people. What was the original equation? It was square root 1 minus x minus 1 equals x. So I check, I plug in 0. Plug in 0 for x. What do I get? Well, I get square root of 1 minus 0 minus 1 equals 0. So this is the square root of 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Square root of 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 equals 0. 0 equals 0. Looks like this one is a good solution. Let's check the other one. Square root 1 minus a minus 3, parentheses, people, and then minus, and that's equal to negative 3. Now, minus a minus is a plus, so that's 1 plus 3. Minus 1 equals negative 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. Ooh, square root of 4 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1 equals negative 3. Is that true? That's false. So this, my friends, is an extraneous solution. So that's no good. You see why it's important that we check with the original equation to see if it's extraneous or not. So we discard this negative 3 answer, and this is our only answer right here. So be careful when you're going through that. X equals 0 is the only solution for this right here. Okay? So several steps, 4 steps in total, but this is how we do it. All right?